And for years, Wershe's family members, members of law enforcement, even his former enemies have advocated for his release. Nowadays, that nonviolent drug offense would have landed him behind bars for a maximum of 3 years. But as you mentioned, he's served more than 30 years of time. Now he's finally coming home to his family, his friends, a fiance, and a new start.
Do you believe a 15-year-old kid was working for the federal government? But he was.
It was the stuff of movies, made for a story on the big screen.
It was like he was a rock star, and he wasn't. Here they were using a child as an underage informant.
Only for Rick Wershe Jr., who started helping the FBI at just 14, it was anything but a Hollywood ending.
He was in possession of over 650 grams of cocaine, mandatory life.
A sentence later ruled unconstitutional, but Wershe remained locked up. Many in law enforcement have pushed for his release over the years, like former FBI agent Greg Schwartz.
He's contributed greatly to law enforcement. I challenge anybody to tell me one prisoner who has contributed more to law enforcement than this man.
Many involved in the operation at the time say Wershe took the fall once the feds no longer had any use for him. And some experts say Wershe's own attorneys threw the original trial in order to protect bigger drug players.
It was a sham.
It's even alleged the teenager was a threat because he knew too much about local corruption, including dirt on former Mayor Coleman Young's family. In 2017, after many failed attempts, the parole board finally granted Wershe's release in Michigan.
He was kind of emotional about it.
Now, after more than 30 years, some say as a political prisoner, Rick Wershe Jr. will walk free. Wershe's attorney has previously told Action News that he's already received calls of interest about offering Wershe a job. He is now a father and a grandfather and has a fiance here in the Metro Detroit area. Again, he's expected to leave that Florida halfway house at some point today. We'll have much more on this coming up later this afternoon on 7 Action News. We're live this morning in downtown Detroit. Jen Schatz, 7 Action News.
A lot of people interested in what he will do next.